Boom! What's going on, everyone? This is Steve Larsen. Welcome back to Sales Funnel Radio. And today I want to teach you guys a little bit more about the two worlds in marketing. I've spent the last 4 years learning from the most brilliant marketers today. And now I've left my 9-to-5 to take the plunge and build my $1 million business. The real question is, how will I do it without VC funding or debt, completely from scratch? This podcast is here to give you the answer. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share marketing strategies to grow my online business using only today's best internet sales funnels. My name is Steve Larsen, and welcome to Sales Funnel Radio. My friends, I hope that you're doing fantastically today. Okay, so last episode, if you guys hadn't had a chance to watch it, I would. The last episode was all about the two worlds of entrepreneurship. What I want to focus on today and teach you guys is I want to teach you guys about the two worlds in marketing. So the other one was entrepreneurship, this one is marketing. And they are not the same thing. They are not the same thing at all. They have very different roles in a company and a business. I am a marketer. I am an entrepreneur. But as an entrepreneur, I am a marketer. And that's why my stuff works well as an entrepreneur. Okay? It's a low branch. I love being a marketer, right? But okay, one of the things that I used to go do was focus groups. You guys probably didn't know that about me. I was more akin to the other world of marketing. And what we'd go do is we'd get these huge focus groups and we'd promote them. And we found out, oh man, people, I almost dropped my phone. People like food, right? People love food. So we would go and we'd put these ads up that would say, come get free pizza and fill out our questionnaire. Well, what it really was a focus group. And we would do research. We put together all this research and put this focus group together. And we'd take the stuff back. And we would go off of that data, try to find patterns to make business decisions on. Looks like everyone said that they would pay for this amount for a product. Looks like they like the red over the blue, right? Or whatever. And that's what we'd go use to make business decisions on. There's one problem though. We weren't talking to buyers, right? And a lot of times, you're not talking to buyers when you go do a traditional focus group as is taught in general marketing. And so we would go and we'd collect all this data, but what we were actually doing, it wasn't that actionable. And you're like, well, Steven, you could have just gone and talked to buyers. Yeah, I get it. But if you're starting a new company, you don't have any buyers yet, right? So there has to be another way around it. And what was so interesting is as I started getting into more of the other marketing world, this is what happened. We decided, it was a buddy of mine, his name's Ben. What's up, Ben? Shout out to Ben. Ben and I, the way we met is we were in a class and I had just gotten a ClickFunnels account and I was trying to connect Stripe. Oh no, I hadn't gotten one yet, never mind. I was trying to connect Stripe to WordPress and I was sitting in a marketing class and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bored and I was trying feverishly to connect this. I had just written an ebook. I was trying to connect Stripe to WordPress. And you remember the first time, if you've done those things now, remember the first time you've ever connected those kinds of things, right? You're kind of like studying the support doc and you're doing, I mean, it's work, right? You're just like, oh man, you're being meticulous. After a while, it's like driving a car. You didn't even think about it. Boom, connected, boom, connected, boom, connected. And you get good at it. Well, I was in the first rounds of this, so it was taking me a while to go figure this stuff out. And all of a sudden I get this tap on my shoulder in the middle of class and it's Ben Wilson. And Ben and I became super good friends. That's how we actually met. And he goes, I see you're trying to connect Stripe. He's like, I could maybe help you do that. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. And that's what started, he and I, that's how we met. Well, later in that exact same class, we were doing focus groups. We were back in these focus groups. And inside these focus groups, we were supposed to go collect so much data. We were supposed to talk to X number of people. And he looked at me and I looked at him and I was like, I'm sick of it. No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do a focus group anymore. I'm tired of that's the way to collect data. It's like, oh, I'm tired of focus groups. And so we decided that we would outsmart the system and we went and we created the same questions we were supposed to ask in a focus group. We put them in a Google form and then we drove some ads to it on Facebook and we got more responses and more rich data because it was targeted at our dream person. We got more responses and better data than the entire class combined. And it taught me something. I was like, whoa, this is cool. It started teaching me about the power of distribution and that my results should be measurable. What happened is we got hired by Paul Mitchell. Paul Mitchell came into the scene there, And they said, hey, do you know anybody that could actually teach us and help us with some of these pages? We want people coming into our stores. And they said, we don't know what these 2 kids are doing, but you guys can go hire them. That's how we got hired by Paul Mitchell. So we're working for Paul Mitchell and we're doing stuff with him. And we start driving tons of traffic. And we're driving tons of traffic to their page, and it's awesome, and it's paid traffic. And they're like, this is amazing, oh my gosh, I love it, it's so cool. And we're like, this is truly incredible. One day, we get this scary phone call. And they go, you're sending so much traffic to us, it's so cool. Guys, we haven't had a single walk-in though in the actual store. And we're like, oh, it'll happen. You know, I can't believe this is about to come out of my mouth. Half of it's about building awareness around who you guys are. And if you know me now, I think awareness campaigns are stupid, okay? They're dumb. And they're like, we don't know if we want to keep doing this with you guys if we can't measure that the dollars we're putting in are actually driving people inside of our Paul Mitchell stores. And I didn't know what a funnel was yet, and I did not know who Russell Brunson was. I had no idea about this world yet. But this is what got me into it. And I was listening to them, and I was like, I don't really know how to measure that, right? We got off the phone call and Ben and I sat back and looked at each other and we're like, crap, this is gonna be a short-lived, really cool client, but really won't go anywhere. And we got really nervous. And what we started doing was trying to figure out ways we could track results. It was about that time, actually it was exactly that time, I ran into a course called .com Secrets X. And .com Secrets X is the course that I started going through. It's an old school one that they used to go and sell. They don't sell it anymore. But it was a 90-day course, and I did all 90 days. And I stayed up really freakishly late. It almost fell. Bad footing. I stayed up really freakishly late. And I was in the Army. I was in ROTC. I had just gotten back from basic training. I was married. I had kids. I was in full-time school. I mean, life was really, really busy. And I just agreed to myself to say, I am willing to sleep only a few hours every night for the next 3 months and to feel the effects thereof. I'm willing to suffer. And so that's what I did. And I decided that that's just what I was gonna do. And I stayed up every single night. Until about 2 or 3 a.m. And then I had class at 7:45 a.m. So I'd sleep 4 hours. So I was like, I could survive off of that for 3 months, that's fine. And it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was freaking hard. it was one of the more challenging experiences I've ever done. But because of that, the learning was really, really deep, right? I was willing to suffer. I was willing to feel a little bit of pain and discomfort in my life in order to get where I was trying to go. So, anyway, so that's what happened. And as I started applying these principles, what I didn't realize that I was learning from Russell, while I was in my marketing classes in school, learning general marketing, Russell was teaching me this thing called direct marketing. And what I want to do right now is we're going to cut over to a section of my speech at OfferMind, teaching you about the 2 worlds of marketing. Now, this clip you're about to see is from David Ogilvy in like 1970s. I went and I found the clip and I had my guys clean it up and put captions at the bottom. You're about to see David Ogilvy speak to us in our day. Super awesome. Let's cut over now and learn about the 2 worlds of marketing and why you really need to learn only one of them. The other side, it looks sexy, but actually brings you no results. Let's cut over. There's 2 worlds in marketing. And this is what I learned in school. I learned the old school, I learned the really bad new world style of marketing. Okay, and I'm not gonna throw rocks at college. I'm not saying that. They're doing the best they can. I learned a lot from there. I wouldn't be who I am without college. I'm thankful for it. Okay, but there's a general marketing world, and this is the marketing world that's like, they've got deep pockets. They got reckless spending habits. They're doing dumb ad things, right? They're all over the place. And then the other world is a world called direct marketing, which is what I do. Okay, and it doesn't take that long to get good at. Okay. General marketing is what I was what I was taught from school. A good illustration of what general marketing is my dad, my brothers, and I. We went over to a Suns game, Arizona Suns game, and we were sitting down. I remember I had this epiphany in that arena, and we were sitting there, and I was looking around. And I'd been working for Russell for a little while by that time, and I was sitting around, I was looking at all the ads around the outside. You know what I mean? Like, and you Chase, right? Wells Fargo, How do they track that? They don't. That's general dumb marketing. When you walk through the airports, Zoom right now is touting around saying, we're so excited. We got our 7th round of funding. 7th round? Are you serious? And we're walking in the airport in DIA just 2 weeks ago, coming back from the event, and Russell's behind me and he goes, dude, oh my gosh, I got the greatest idea for our next marketing campaign. Okay, we're gonna take a huge banner. I don't know what he's talking about for a moment. We're gonna take a huge banner. We're gonna put ClickFunnels right on it, nothing else, and then we're gonna hang it in an airport. And I looked up and I was like, oh, good idea. Let's go get some funding. Right? And that's stupid marketing. It's stupid. I could say this stupid word, right? Cool. All right, that's dumb marketing. Okay, real marketing, direct marketing measures results. It's the reason it works so well. It's the reason why I still only have, I'm one of 3 employees in my business, and I have 18 monthly contractors. Okay, and that's how I run all my stuff. I have 2 funnel teams, I have 2 content teams, and an admin team. It's quite the operation we have now. It's an actual business that runs my revenue. Right? I built the business underneath my funnel structures now. Okay, but I can track it all, and it's not freaky, and I don't have to go get funding like college taught because of direct marketing. Very different style of marketing. Most people don't know it. Most people won't know it. Okay, David Ogilvy was coined as one of the fathers of advertising. I mean, can you imagine having that title? He's one of the fathers of advertising, and he was amazing, a crazy ads tycoon guy. He attributed his success to meticulous research on human behavior. All his success was based on that. About a week ago, I found a video. Okay, he died in 1999. I mean, he lived forever ago, right? And over 100 years ago, he was born, right? I found a video in like the 1950s, something like that, of him talking in our day. He just saw a computer. Would you like to see it? It's so cool. I had him go in and put subtitles on the bottom and clean up the sound because the audio was terrible. But we're going to watch it real quick here, okay? Super cool. So this is David Ogilvy talking about our day and the 2 worlds of marketing. Now, I did shrink it down from like 7 minutes down to 3, so you have the highlights here. But let's watch this here real quick.
In the advertising community today, there are 2 worlds. Your world of direct response advertising, and that other world, the world of general advertising. These 2 worlds are on a collision course. You direct response people know what kind of advertising works and what doesn't work. You know to a dollar. The general advertising people don't know. You know that headlines and copy about the product and its benefits sell more than cute headlines and poetic copy. You know to a dollar. The general advertisers and their agencies know almost nothing for sure because they cannot measure the results of their advertising. In print advertising, they opine that short commercials sell more than long copy. You know they're wrong. They indulge in entertainment. You know they're wrong. You know to a dollar they don't. You inhabit a different world. The chasm between direct response advertising and general advertising is wide. On your side of the chasm, I see knowledge and reality. On the other side of the chasm, I see ignorance. You are the professionals. This must not go on. I predict that the practitioners of general advertising are going to start learning from your experience. They're going to start picking your brains. I see no reason why the direct response divisions of agencies should be separate from the main agencies. Some of you may remember when television people in agencies were kept separate. Wasn't that idiotic? I expect to see the direct response people become an integral part of all agencies. You have more to teach them than they have to teach you. Direct response was my first love, and later it became my secret weapon. Whenever I look at an advertisement in a magazine or a newspaper, I can tell at a glance whether the writer has had any direct response experience. Nobody should be allowed to create general advertising until he has served his apprenticeship in direct response. That experience will keep his feet on the ground for the rest of his life. You know, the trouble with many copywriters and general agencies is that they don't really think in terms of selling. They've never written direct response. They've never tasted blood. Until recently, direct response was the Cinderella of the advertising world. Then came the computer and the credit card, and direct marketing exploded. You guys are coming to your own. Your opportunities are colossal. Insist that all your people, creative, media, account executives, that they're all trained in your direct response division. And make it a rule in your agency that no copy is ever presented to clients before it has been vetted by a direct response expert. Ladies and gentlemen, I envy you. Your timing is perfect. You come into the direct response business at the right moment in history. You're onto a good thing. For 40 years, I've been a voice crying in the wilderness, trying to get my fellow advertising practitioners to take direct response seriously. Today, my first love is coming to its own. You face a golden future.
Boom. Couldn't believe I found it. I was on YouTube. I was like, what? Oh my gosh. Why has no one seen this? We took it and chopped it down and everything. But is that cool? Yes. To have him, I think it was 1950s, 60s, something like that. He made that video. And he was making that, talking about our day. He had just seen the credit card and the computer, and a little bit earlier in his career, and things exploded. And then he started seeing more of what we had the ability to create. And was like, holy cow, look what you guys have. You know how hard it was for them to push their message once they had it out to people? I can do it in a button. How many guys Instagrammed today, right? Boosh, right, all over the place. And because of that, it actually sometimes has become a bit of a crutch. And we forget what actually causes direct response marketing skill sets. That's what this event is about. Yeah? Oh, baby. All right. So it's about actual direct marketing itself. Direct response, or what I call real marketing, measures advertising dollars. We study human behaviors, not design. Okay? It actually teaches, it knows that awareness campaigns are stupid. That was one of the biggest things I was taught in college. They're like, how are you going to bring awareness? What's your awareness campaign? Like, what? Why don't I do that while I'm selling it? Oh, let me bring you awareness while you're buying from me, right? Are you aware of your credit card coming out of your pocket, right? You know what I mean? Like, anyway, it believes in building a brand while you sell, not before. How are you going to build the brand? On the dollars that people are spending behind it, right? Way better. That's why it works so well. It believes in making a profit. Make a profit because you have money in your. How many of you guys have money in your pockets right now? Right? Anyone like dying to get rid of it somewhere? Just kidding. Okay? But the only reason you have money in your pocket is because somewhere someone was a marketer. That's it. And if you're working for someone else, it's because someone in your company who you work for was a marketer. That's why, for profit. Anyway, direct response, direct marketing, real marketing is the entrepreneur's marketing. There are different kinds, and this is the one that causes you to actually have success. Okay? If you take what we teach about offers and funnels, but use use general advertising principles, the funnel fails. Okay, it's that big of a deal. It's one of the reasons people's funnels fail. It's not because the funnel wasn't good enough. It's not because the offer wasn't good enough. It's not because the message wasn't good enough. There's a whole other world before the funnel that fuels the funnel that they have no idea about, and that's why I created OfferMind.
Oh yeah, wasn't that awesome? Hey, just real quick, a few months ago, Russell asked me to write a chapter for a secret project he was doing. And I had to write a chapter for a book, and this was the prompt. This was the letter I got from him. He said, hey Steven, let me ask you a quick question. You suddenly lose all your money, along with your name and your reputation, and only have your marketing know-how left. You have bills piled high and people harassing you for money over the phone. Plus, you have a guaranteed roof over your head, a phone line, an internet connection, and a ClickFunnels account for only 1 month. You no longer have your big guru name, your following, your JV partners. Other than your vast marketing experience, you're an unknown newbie. What would you do from day 1 to day 30 to save yourself? Russell Brunson. Hey, if you want to see my answer and a bunch of other marketers that also had answered that in this amazing book and summit, just go to 30days.com/Steven. Again, you can see the entire summit, you can see the book, you can see what we wrote in there, and each of our detailed plans. Just go to 30days.com/Steven. 30days.com/Stephen. That's 30 as in 30, 30days.com/Stephen, Stephen. Guys, enjoy.